Hey folks, I'm CPC Gamer and welcome to the stream. Oh Wales, I'm a big fan of that emote as well. it's one by Moo Moo Milkmaid. She had a sale recently. She has a coffee page and it's like, hey, I'll make you emote. So I bought two. Cool. Hello there to Oh Wales and Rickstress. Lady Mappy's in and out like some sort of fast food chain. Empirical Woodlands. Oh man, all the classics. And hello to lurkers as well. Hello there, baby whales as well. I hope you are doing a-okay. I'm gonna quickly go over to this screen and keep an eye bottom left. It was just on screen. Oh Wales has subscribed. 32-month streak. My goodness, this has been going for quite some time. And I'm having fun doing it. So I'm going to keep it going. So, Mondays, we play horror games. This is what we know. We're going to play Depths of Sanity, which is one of those... It's one of them there underwater, creepy exploration type games. The last one did go well. But, you know, this one will be fun. Yeah, actually, what are we having for dinner? Because this... Babies are known to do that, right? Oh, man, this is delicious. Anyway, bleh. Difficulty story. I'll bet you that is going to be minimal to no combat. Let's see how normal goes, yeah? Alright, let's see how we do. Oh, it's right there. A non-challenging experience, good for players who just want the story and explore. 150% damage given, 0%. Damage received, I'm going to say. So I guess we're doing normal. Yeah, 100% damage given, 100% damage thinged. Alright, so what do we got here? Oh! I think. If this could be changed at any time. If this can be changed at any time, I'm going to go with that, because that was the default settings. Let's see how we do. Kosaka, welcome on in. We're exploring something new. You can stay here, Dad, with me, with her. We can stay here forever, just the way you wanted. Well, like, depths of my voice, because I'm still a little sniffly, but, you know, there it is. Seishia, is that you? Clay? Do you still hear me? Let's... Here. Help, please. Emma, can you track the signal? We need to get to them, now! Abe, the signal is moving away from us, rapidly. Max speed will not be able to reach it. We'll make it. Abe, there is a 92% probability that we won't be able... Screw it. Use the left stick to aim the ship, and B to accelerate. ZR will fire your primary weapon. This can be changed. Oh! Oh, I get what that thing was saying. So what we'll do... Ah! So now I don't need to accelerate. I just move around a bit. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Well, if you think about it, space and underwater are essentially the same thing. That's what. Hello, whale. Ah! Dang leeches! Rick's just gave me a creepy lesson about leeches, and I don't know, I don't like it. I wish he hadn't. What's that? It's the head of Apollo! And Kratos, you jerk! It was Helios, right? Yeah, Helios. Anyway, yeah, this is on Switch. And, I got it because it was one of those... I mean, look at it. Underwater, Metroidvania, exploration-y, horror-y game. I like those. Alright, question. I have to test this. No. Alright, cool. No, driving into the walls does not cause damage. I was fully expecting that to be like, you know, you take a couple hits, you bounce off of it. Rude. You take a couple hits, you bounce off the walls, and then... yeah, like that sound happens. Abe? Abe, are you awake? Wake up! Bad dream? How? Where am I? You've had a long week, Abe. And you probably don't remember most of it. I'm Dr. Mariah Thurston. I'm a psychologist for the It's doing the same thing, where the writing, look at it, it's going to get to the end and appear on the next line. This is a recurring theme in games that I'm playing lately, by the way. I like the casting via the music. And I get you. I know what you mean. Never heard of you. Well, technically, you're my first assignment. I only arrived 4 days ago. And then they plopped you in my lap. That is an inappropriate thing for a counselor to say. This isn't the first time I tried to speak to you. You've been in and out all week. I asked them to halve your sedative dose. What happened? They picked up your vessel about a week ago. About 400 clicks south of the Cayman Islands. Nearly 1,000 miles from where base camp and Blast talked to you. Oh, I don't like how the font is doing that. Oh, that's a weird way of doing that. Do you remember why you were out there? Dang it, Paracle Woodland. Thank you very much. This is why I pay you with hopes and prayers. It's bits and pieces. How did you find me? Look. An ocean liner passed by and saw your ship floating on top of the water. They thought you were dead. No communication in over a week. It's a miracle someone spotted you. Do you remember how you got there? A little. We sent a ship, the Baroness, to investigate a signal. An ultra-low frequency sound in the ocean. Biggest ever recorded. Bases across the world picked it up. I think they were calling it the Bloop. Oh, get out of here! We're explaining the Bloop. Dumb name, if you ask me. 2 weeks in, we lost contact with the ship and the crew. A week passed. Then we got a distress call that came in scrambled. Couldn't make anything out. And we went looking for them. Or at least I did. Why am I here? Why am I not in a medical bay? To be frank, Abe, a lot has happened. They still haven't recovered the crew from the first ship. And you turning up where you did, they want to hear your side of the story. And clear you. Physically and mentally. You've been rambling in your sleep. Things that don't make sense. That's why they brought you to me. What do you remember? It's all jumbled up. Start at the beginning. Wherever you can. I'll call some luncheon for you. Nice break from the intravenous stuff they've been giving you all week. Thanks. Well, my job was to look for the crew. Determine if there are any survivors. And bring them back. And what happened while you were out there? After receiving a garbled distress call from the Baroness, Abe drops into the Atlantic Ocean at the vessel's last known location. He is on a mission to find the ship and bring its crew back home. I'm telling you, Lady Mappy, scaling down when it reaches the end of the box, I've never seen a game do that before. Emma, you still locating a signal? Yes. Located at coordinates 311530. North, and then 2915 west. Signal strength fading. Alright. Should take me only a few hours to cover that ground. Hopefully they can hold out. Given their oxygen and food supplies, there is an 84% chance of survival. That's good news, Emma. Okay, let's get moving. I thought I was perched on that thing at the back there. I didn't know that I was actually in the middle of the ocean. Jaded Mew, welcome on in. Welcome to one of them fancy pants Metroidvanias, except it's underwater. I don't know what that lionfish did to deserve that. I just decided. Thank you for waiting. I appreciate that. Are you like from Echo? If I shoot you, do I get bubbles? Wait. Are those clams? They are the same sprite duplicated. That's why they open up and close together. Hello, moray eel. More like that's a moray. I love that joke. Ooh, what are you? So we'll put 20 bucks on what we think this vibration is. At least I tried to get everyone to put money on it. Gotta have some fun when you're on this thing. Albert just looked up at me like I was a 5-year-old for even bringing it up. At this point, it might just be how his face just is. I don't tell anymore. I asked Clay. All he said was probably just something that broke. Maybe a glacier cracking or a tectonic plate easing into a new spot. Stacia just shrugged and told me it might be a weapons test, which, come on, I'd know if it was a weapons test. I said it was a dragon. Got a chuckle out of Stacia and Julio, but Albert just rolled his eyes. Matthias played along, said he was hoping it was a mermaid grotto filled with lots of Jamaican girls, causing the party of the century. Maybe a few redheads there too. Gotta admit, man's cute. And then I see the little rotating dealy bottom right. That's gonna be autosave, isn't it? Probably. Cash that was uncalled for. It kinda was. Alright, that's gonna be your missiles. So, the controls in this are wild. Hull plating piece reinforces our hull. Collect 2 more pieces to increase hull durability by 100. Do you hurt? No. So, like, okay. From standing, we go. That's a really slow startup, so it's not like, you know, just nudge the controls and keep on keeping on. Nah, man, you gotta know where you're going. That one I think is gonna be hit the oarfish head, and then come on. There you go. Hit the oarfish head and then the tail will leave. Maybe it's just unresponsive controls. I procced it. No? Okay. I don't like the look of this. Ocean mines. A few years ago, it felt like all I ever did was pilot through these fields of bombs over and over again. Feels like we messed up off the ocean with these things. I didn't want to take this mission. I told Abe that, and he gave me the chance to back out. But he said that he needed the best, and that it was me. Plus, he says, imagine being on the find of the century. That shit might work for Albert, but I don't care much about finding anything. But when he told me how dangerous it was, I figured I'd help. I'm not having a lost crew on my conscience, because they chose a second-rate navigator. And if this is what we're already seeing, I'm glad I'm the guy he picked. Good job with the cleanup crew. Oh, whales. Hope everything's doing alright. Seriously, though, I would have suggested shooting those things to set them off. Isn't that what they do with ocean mines? A lot of the time, and like... unexploded bombs in general, you explode them. You found an oxygen hose for the diver suit. You can now leave the sub for small expeditions. Press right to exit and return to the ship. Huh. But I can't go too far because I'm literally tethered to the ship. Can I shoot? Yes, I have a little pop gun. Alright. Cool. And that, I reckon... Yeah, I can steer. I know what I'm doing. That, I reckon, is how we go and get that oarfish. Was that there before? Yes. Yes, it was. Okay. Yeah, see? Because, like, I can't shoot over this little outcropping. But... I bet you this can. That's disgusting. I love it. That's a very Metroid thing, isn't it? There's that, little doodad in Lower Meridia where you can kick the shell, and it just goes boink all the way down the aisle. Oh, Empirical Woodland, nice. Are we going to be showing off pictures in the Crafty channel? Abe, I'm detecting a high level of oxygen in the area. How is that possible? Through that hole? Well, now this isn't an audio log at all. I've been seeing these air pockets throughout our journey. Strange. This is a phenomenon that can only occur in a few areas of the ocean, but only on a much more limited basis. My theory is that a high amount of algae growth along the walls keeps oxygen depositing into the hole, creating an air pocket. But as for what keeps the water out, I don't know. Dr. Cross doesn't seem to care. Says it's not particularly noteworthy. I don't think he could be more wrong. Oh! So what's the little spinny dealy? Because I would have... because I would have said that that was auto-saving. Alright, let me leave. Let me leave! I honestly, no. I feel like starting a fire... I mean, first of all, fire underwater. Amazing if you can get away with it. Secondly, no, actually. Because there's not going to be a great deal of oxygen in there. I mean, maybe there is. Because of, you know, magic science. Thanks, isopods. I'll be honest with you, some parts of this are incredibly hard to track. Oh, look at this boss room. Not so much a boss room, just Tilapia is a jerk. But like when I said that it's hard to track, this does not look like it. I look like I've clipped out of the world, right? This looks like This looks like it should be part of the wall. Like over there, where it's part of the wall. You got anything for me there, game? Anytime there is a period where the game pauses like that, I'm expecting it to crash. I didn't come with a B game today. So, good luck, everybody. If I needed a B game, I'll probably just go to the next one on my to-do list, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, there we go. This is probably where I was supposed to go, because this is the future. The fact that I have options, and one of those options is violence, makes me think that the game is going to be judging me. Cass, stop choosing violence. But it solves the problems. Torpedoes discovered. Heavy-duty munitions. Now those mines should be no problem. Press that one to fire torpedoes. And oh, that doesn't feel very good at all. I'll bet you when we get some torpedo ammunition, that is how we blast through those, like the debris fields that we found. You know, the red doors. On the one hand, it seems a little unfair to be like, man, Metroidvania, let's just use Metroid terms for everything. But like, it is literally half of the phrase Metroidvania. So like, no. Oh, yeah, actually, because if you look at the pile of debris there, there's a mine in there. Hard to see, but there it is. And that's how we get through those. Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah, tilapia is a jerk. It's looking at me. You see that? Don't do that. So this way, we can go over here. That tilap, look at it! It's pivoting as it moves around so it can look at me. I am not a gay fish. I think I would know. I'm the greatest genius in the world. Oh, let's not go down that line, because... Ooh, what a heel turn. Alright. Like that one. That one wasn't looking at me. It was just shooting at me. So, you know. Hey, that's fine. Nice! Oh, that's torpedoes. I thought it was, the hull. Unfortunately, it was a fate worse than hull, so... Oh, get out of here! This one I can't go down? Are you telling me that's not a tunnel? Yes, but it looks like it should be. Big fan of the underwater divey bits. Big fan of weird aquatic life. Less of a fan of... I can't read the maps. Right, so this way we've already done. Good to know that that guy comes back, I suppose. And rude. And then I'm pretty sure there was another... Okay, I talk about Super Metroid. Is this just Upper Brinstar? Like, I'm fairly certain the general route we have taken is equivalent to Upper Brinstar. That's fine. That's fine. Away you go. What was that? Honestly, yeah, that's fair. Pistol shrimp are like, yeah, I just do a Hadouken. I just can do that. Pistol shrimp are weird. I'm doing okay, Tempest. How are you? We are underwater. Having a bit of an explore. Plot is we found a distress signal of some kind. Oh, that was the preview. Yeah, distress signal of some kind from a team we believe to be investigating the bloop. So, ah! Yeah, a bit of shock. I don't like you. So, we found a distress signal, and we're going to go maybe find the team. And we're this dinky little diver sub, and we can get out of the sub if we like. Mostly this has been used for solving puzzles thus far, which, you know what? That's pretty cool. And wait, yeah, actually, that is the general route at the start of Super Metroid, isn't it? Because the first thing you get is the Morph Ball, which lets you get into tight spaces. And then... Backdash hydraulics discovered! Generate a quick burst of force to quickly propel you backwards. Ah. That's going to be useful as a dodge mechanic. That's going to be moonwalking through Symphony of the Night. You're going to be like super missiles or something. Tempest, how are you doing? Hopefully you were doing well. Oh, that's going to be a save point, right? Yeah. So that's good to know. Save points are indicated by God rays coming from somewhere. You're doing okay? Good. Can I? No. I would have thought that would have been a stage hazard. Don't swim into the giant clamshells. Because that way, you get eaten. Hey, but there's an electronic signal in this room. Electronic? What is this? It's an image reconnaissance device. The GOAA sent many through before the expedition. Looks like it's been taking pictures of the area. Alright, let's download this. Can I view my map? Oh, Emma's the name of the ship, I guess. Because Emma configuration. Oh boy, that's a spoiler. So, like, generally speaking, my biggest complaint thus far has been along the lines of that. It's really hard to read background and foreground sometimes. I don't fully know where, like, enemies sit sometimes. Man, where's my forward dash? I want my forward dash. Ooh, no. Abe, there is an incredible amount of heat ahead. Proceeding this way could irrevocably damage our hull. Go get the Varia suit, then come back to Torian. I mean Norfair. Torian is the last, so that's where the Metroids live, and Mother Brain. Yeah. Alright, chat, I gotta ask. I'm seeing a lot of, like, clipping in the background with, like, individual pixels. Where, like, there's just seams in the background. Is that showing up on stream? Because I see it on my TV. Been keeping an eye on the equipment tracking the vibration. Main signal stopped. Right now, I'm just following the reverberations through the ocean current. Funny thing, though. It's moving. Just slightly. Just enough so that if I wasn't glued to it, I wouldn't notice that every few minutes it's a meter west. I asked Clay to check the calibrations and everything seems in order. Could be a collapse in the seafloor. Putting in a word with the big boy upstairs to hope that there isn't a follow-up vibration that gets us all trapped down here. Right, so looking at my map, there's something over there that I haven't done, but that's the entrance to— Ah! That's clever, actually. Don't swim through those dangling tentacles. You got a nasty shock. That is the most apt way of describing the Man of War. It's nasty. Oh, it's a bit of a tickler. You don't see anything. That's good. It is kind of scorched down because we've got the sunset background and the chat box and me. So, like that. There! As we came down here, there was just a little flicker, a little shimmy. I can't actually go this way. I could have dashed through that, right? Oh, it's bad. Oh, hang on though. Hull plating. Hex yeah! Look at that. Now it's extra energy tank. I did a little bit of looking up into what this game is, right? Not too much. Basically, the reviews seem to be perfectly serviceable underwater horror game. Cool. One of the things it mentioned, though, is that, like, a lot of the time, there's not much in the way of skill checks, just did you get enough health checks? And, like, that is unfortunate, but good to know coming into it, because Because you guys know me. I just slam my face against the boss door with very little hit points and go, it's probably fine. I need no health. We're good. Dr. Cross wouldn't need me to fix so much of the ship if he'd stop treating everything like his ex-wife. It's unbelievable the kind of damage he causes everywhere he goes. Men who use scalpels are supposed to be delicate, deliberate. Instead, he's a goddamn elephant marching over every working piece of machinery in the crew quarters. My dad used to be the same way. Always used to break shit. Always. Like his hands had no difference between no grip and death grip. Remember one time when I was little, we were playing with a toy dump truck and he accidentally snapped the dump part off? Tried to super glue it back on, but there was no way you could actually use it to pick up dirt anymore. I learned quick. If I wanted my toys to survive, I was going to need to learn how to repair them when Dad's stupid hands got hold of them. Now, Dr. Cross here? He makes my old man look like a surgeon. I don't trust this. Oh no, stream keeps freezing. Does anyone else get that? Hopefully not. Hopefully everything's fine. Still, Tempest, thank you for stopping by. Have a good evening. Hopefully we're all doing okay. There we go. Oh, I don't think I can get that. Can I? Nope. Alright, so that's going to be... Unless I can go all the way over yonder. No, that's going to be get the oxygen tank upgrade and then swim over there on your own. This bit I do like. That kind of thing, when a game makes that easy to read, that's very much appreciated. Is Twitch, it just, dang it, is Twitch just being Twitch? Because, yeah, I can see it. Excuse you. Ah! Oh, whales came back. They're fed up of me making the jokes. You may have been summoned. Nope. Ah! Look at it go! You guys know the words, split your lungs with blood and thunder, etc., etc. I can't do the Mastodon vocals right now, although you'd think with kind of like a sore throat and I'm like down here instead of like up here where I normally am. But like, nah, that's not happening. Oh, look at that cursed hitbox! Like the entire square! Oh no! One of the things that Facebook has been recommending to me lately is cursed hitboxes. And like, some of them are just, you know, here's a funny picture that looks like a hitbox. Some of it is just skullgirls. What? Something broke? Oh, it grew more sea urchins. All right, cool. Somni Aaron, welcome on in. We're diving. We are aiming directly at its crooked brow and looking it straight in the eye. Let's get this holy grail. Do you know anything else about that? Nah, just like you bit from The Simpsons. Some ketchup for your buns. Oh, no, for sure. A lot of my Facebook recommendations is just like, hey, you want to look at this, like, violently anti-trans page? No. Well, I don't got much else. But, no, cursed hitboxes is one of the better solutions lately, where... Oh, look at it. It's so silly. Well, we established that this isn't O Wales, Empirical Woodland. 'Tis far too angry to be my wonderfully happy friend, O Wales. That's a dude! Jesus, the size of that thing! Its size is within normal boundaries for its species. Well, normally it's not trying to swallow me whole, Emma. Insufficient data to determine that was its goal. What's that? It appears to be a log from the ship. This is Clay Douglas, engineer for the Baroness. Time is 23:40. Date is August 7th. The wildlife out here is aggressive. The crew feels it too. It reminds me how animals get right before an earthquake hits. They panic. We had bottlenose dolphins dashing at the hull of our ship, breaking their crowns against it like we were an intruder. The vibration must be roiling them somehow. We even had a sperm whale following us. But Matthias did some quick maneuvering and managed to push us past. Of course, He also tapped a sea mine in the escape. Apartments 4 and 5 are completely flooded. We managed to seal them off, and I repaired what I could, but we're slower and running out of supplies soon. We've been trying to head back to base camp, but our navigation has been affected. Matthias' calls for evac aren't going through. Can't figure out what's wrong with the equipment. And another thing, something odd, but it seems like... Emma, can you repair the rest of this tape? Negative. Too much damage. That was recorded 3 days ago. Emma, can you search for a signal? Maybe they didn't get out of range. Searching. Signal found. Abe, I'm also detecting a high level of radiation in this area. Are you saying their core might be damaged? Leaking? Probable. Abe, your vitals appear to be spiking. Are you okay? Yeah, we just need to find them fast then. Where's the signal? Deeper? Affirmative. Okay then. Clay, please be safe. Excuse you. Alright, where's my upgrade? You found an oxygen tank for the diver suit. You can now travel further from the sub, but with a limited amount of oxygen. Hull plating. Reinforces our hull, allowing us to take 100 more damage before imploding. Good for the both of us. Oh, there's new there's new boy bands in Overwatch 2. I haven't. I'm going to though. I'll play it with extras after this. After fending off a vicious whale, Abe's fears are confirmed. The Baroness was damaged during its mission, costing the crew supplies and scrambling their communications. Luckily, Emma is still able to lock onto the vessel's slowly disappearing signal. So what I'm hearing, Empirical Woodland, is that I'm going to be dead broke. He pushes forward, the wrecks of hundreds of other doomed ships floating past him, determined to make sure the Baroness isn't another. Oh heck yeah, boy band junk rap? That one was great. Do you know what? Sometimes the controls in this game just aren't responsive. It's not so much that it's like I'm slow from a standing start, just that whatever the game is doing, it's not listening to my inputs. Next question, and this is something I'm going to try when I'm not surrounded by sea mines. Right. Accelerate. Dash. That's really good, actually. The fact that the dash is instantaneous and it cancels out all forward momentum. That's good, and good to know. Why is there an enemy dot on that little blob over there? I mean, that's kind of how Overwatch skins go. It's not so much just a skin for Ashe, because Bob also dresses up. It also means that we need to be careful streaming Overwatch for a bit, because, oh golly, we're going to include more pop songs. Oh, jeez, I hate this. Next question. You just teleport back immediately. Then, I think I can do this now. I think I can do this now. This game has like David Firth levels of schlick going on. He's got a very good way of creating slimy sounds, and this game's doing that. Yeah, I work for the oil industry. Get over yourself, Albert. I'm sorry we occasionally get your precious snow crabs dirty. It's not like we power the entire planet or anything. Even Satiate gives me sideways glances anytime it comes up. Tell him I used to blow up buildings full of terrorists, then he switched to blowing up the ground for oil, and people started acting ashamed of me? Get out of here. Easy transition, and despite the rap they get, oil workers were much more my people. They hired me to help them blast and drill into difficult areas, and find ways to do it without wrecking the site or their equipment, and without causing damage to the environment. I was a good guy, Albert. Honest. Damn if it didn't suit me. I liked it. A lot. It was a fun puzzle. The people I work with were great. Would have stayed with them longer term if it were for... Look, it gets lonely on an oil rig, okay? But I've stopped my co-worker canoodling ways. Honest. Even though half the time I wish I hadn't. That's a good way to put that, co-worker canoodling. Don't do it. Apparently she's Pepsi Man. I'm getting a glass of water. Do you want one? I'm okay. So, at this point, you still believed everyone on the Baroness to be alive? Yes. Though I wasn't sure for how long. And this crew, they were some of the most experienced in the GOAA? From what I've read. Matthias Thompson, Navigator. 41 missions piloted, almost as many as you. He's the only pilot I trust as much as myself. People speak very highly of his skills. Claire Redding, explosives and drilling expert. Looks the type. She is. Trust me. Sashia Wheeler, team geologist. Grew up in Alaska. Native American. Hell of a background. Iditaroo? I can't imagine. Iditarod? Iditarod! I know that word. I want to say it's like a sledding race, isn't it? He doesn't talk about it much. Dr. Albert Cross, marine biologist. From what I heard on base, he certainly lives up to his last name. He's an asshole, but he's the best. Dr. Julio Meningas. I remember reading about him. Got most of his experience as a combat medic. No one's better under pressure. And Clay Douglas, engineer. Your son. Yes. It's very uncommon for family members to be assigned to the same mission. And I'm just saying. I assume that's why you took the job? Abe? I took the job because I picked the crew. Every one of them went down there because of me. That's my responsibility. I understand. Well, with that and your experience, It seems there was no one better to go looking. No. So did you find them? I don't remember at all. Well, what do you remember? Wait a second, did we get that loading screen early? Because I haven't seen any wrecked ships. Yeah, there you go. Hello? This is Captain Abraham Douglas. Does anyone read me? This is Captain Abraham Douglas with the GOAA. Can anyone pick up this signal? The probability of reaching the ship is low. There appears to be debris interference. Clay. Clay, if you can hear me, I'm down here. Just have your crew sit tight. I'm coming to find you. I promise. Right, so what do we reckon? Dolphin... Well, no, I was going to say the dolphin will leave us alone until we aggro it. But that last message we got said that the dolphins were attacking the ship. So, let's go find out. Yeah, so get too close to the dolphin and it will, like, charge at you. Gotcha. Don't do that. Or do. I'm not a very good pilot. I mean, dolphins are occasionally quite rude. They've been seen bullying other animals. Also, they like to get stoned. If you nuzzle into a pufferfish, then the pufferfish just... Oh, those dolphins get so high, and they love it. I'm just gonna pause here on the idea of show and tell being redeemed, and we're just gonna talk about dolphins getting high, and not the other thing that dolphin biology, not that empirical, the other one. Show and tell. Don't worry, it's safe for work. Why are you watching show and tell at work? Give me them hits. Anyways, today's show and tell is some penguins. So, one time, when I visited Rixtris, we went to the zoo. And we looked around, and the penguins were one of the last animals that we saw. They were right over here at the very end, next to, like the reptiles and the frogs and all that. No, they weren't. They were next to big reptiles, like the dragon. Yeah. And I take this picture specifically because the shadowy area, top left of the picture there, that's underneath a walkway, and you can like sit there and watch the penguins perform when it is showtime, I guess, or just walk across there from A to B. And the penguins had thrown all of their toys into the darkness. You can see a little tennis ball on the left there. And they had formed a committee, and they were all lining up and standing on the edge and looking at each other back and forth. Like, I don't... You go and get the ball. I don't want to go get the ball. It's dark in there. Yeah, we might get in trouble if we go and get the ball. And it's... Obviously, I am anthropomorphizing the penguins a little bit. But, like... If they could talk, I feel like that is exactly what they would be doing. They were just like, oh man, I really want to get the frisbee back, but it's all the way over there. there is also a bonus picture for today's show and tell. You see at the top right of the picture, the little penguin looking into the nest over there? The penguins were not allowed into that nest, and I will show you for why. Because this penguin, and there was another penguin in there, they had an egg. Rick's just in chat, it's like, I knew it. Yeah, I had to show off the super cute bit. So there was 2 penguins in there, and they had an egg. And anytime the other penguins came near to it, this one would do this. She was like, hey! Damn rock hoppers, get off my lawn. And off they would go. And again, anthropomorphizing, but I think it was kind of cute. It's like, no, you can see the baby penguin when it is here, and look after the baby penguin when it is here, but no, it needs to stay in here. And it was kind of interesting seeing penguins admittedly, the day we went there was kind of grey and miserable, but it was warming up a bit here, and we got to see penguins. And these are African penguins, because you can tell because they've got the spade markings around their eyes, and like that little black line across the chest that looks like somebody drew it on with a pen. And no dots just below that line, because Humboldt penguins have that. Somebody asked me what the difference was between penguins. Aren't they all just black and white? And like 10 minutes later, regretted asking this question. Anyways, that's today's show and tell. It's the Council of Penguins looking to get their ball back, mister. Could you kick it back over defense, please? I promise I won't do it again. And grown-up penguins protecting egg. Thank you very much, Joe Wales, redeeming show and tell, and letting me talk about penguins, and lighting chat up talking about penguins. Look at that. Oh, it's lovely. Alright, I'm gonna go back and explore the depths. Am I gonna find a penguin down here? I don't know, maybe. Am I gonna find those dropped frames? Probably not. Come on, controls. There you go. Man, this game is weird. I don't need to tackle you. Everything's fine. Oh, heck yeah, I probably should have just done that to begin with, yeah? The pistol shrimp's just gonna start throwing fireballs? Well, I've got a dodge button. Get out of here. Seeing all the boats out here. You know the first boat I ever sailed? I stole. Not my fault, though. Promise. My mama used to work for one of the hotels near the marina, cleaning rooms. Well, one day she gets a client, some rich guy who gets her into trouble with her manager, something about her not working fast enough. So her boss, he drags her around all week, giving her the bad work, all the toilet scrubbing she can handle. And meanwhile, this rich guy keeps asking her back specifically to clean his room. So I find out Big Man has a boat docked on the marina, and I slip off with it in the middle of the night. Joyride for as long as I can. Give myself half an hour before I think someone notices and calls a patrol. Then I bring it to the other side of town, ram it on some rocks, tears a hole right into the hull. I get off just as she's starting to tip over into the ocean, go home. Next day, after the police find the ship, my daddy walked in and beat me black and blue. I get it. He needed to straighten me. He knew it was me. but luckily no one else did. But when Mama came home, she laughed as hard as I'd seen her and said, "Watching that man's smile drop when they pulled his boat out is the best sight I've seen in a while. More than graduating the Naval Academy, I think it might be the best gift I ever gave her." Would the sails stay down like that? Yeah, probably actually, because as soon as the air gets out, what's it going to do? Oh, that's good. That's really good. Don't go into the ink, otherwise you can't see anything. Well, this is unfortunate. I appear to have been backed into a corner. So let's... Yeah! Oh, that's cool! Look at that, it's a separate save room! Like, because we're in the ship graveyard, now we've got the, like, cast iron background. I like that. That is a nice little touch. Empirical, how long have you been holding on to those just for me? Because, like, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Don't you think I ask myself? The surface ahead appears to be weakened. With the right equipment, you should be able to break through. I'm guessing it's not going to be you then. No. I'll say this for the game as well. All of the reviews, none of the screenshots or footage showed anything beyond the white whale. So, like, probably sperm whale. It just is white. But, like, I think I might be the furthest person in the world. Oh, hang on, hang on. What are they? Oh. Oh, one of those. I got you. Oh, dang it. Hang on, hang on. Yeah, there you go. Close that off. I opened it up to take a look at it, but then I couldn't close it again, and most of my chat box was just covered with that guy. Noctiluca scintillans, a fairly common strand of bioluminescent algae, nature's own nightlight, has a tendency to get stuck to any vessel it touches down here. Millions of tiny, bright hitchhikers attached to your hull like a flashlight. Brought some back home for June once. Scooped it in a clear jar during an expedition, put it on a nightstand. She loved it. Every time she'd shake it, it would light up the room for a half hour at a time. Of course, Pamela complained. Said there was an odd smell coming from it. But the only thing she enjoyed at that point was finding the flaw in every little thing I did, trying to get to June to agree with her. But June loved it. She kept that job for 6 months, until the algae inside began to dim from lack of food. Strange thing, this type of algae here. You don't typically associate this kind with caves. Not enough light. Make a note of it. Right, so how long do you think this lasts? Because that last one was like nothing. Oh, that's nothing! So I think the idea is, don't spook the glowy clownfish. And then they serve as like a little pocket. Rock drill acquired. A powerful drill bit that can break through damaged rock surfaces. Press Y to switch to the drill, and ZL to use it. There's something further over here to the left. But I think I'm going to have to come back with a torch of some kind, or you guys are coming with me. Yeah, come back with torch. So. What are they? Like quick little eels, I guess. That's a really, really catchy song, but also an incredibly unfortunate one. I don't like Mondays. Oh, hell yeah! Now it's Noita! Every one of those pixels is a pixel. Deep sea lights acquired. Bright enough to pierce through areas of pure darkness. But only for a limited range. Press left to turn on and off. Right, so let's go back over there. And see what's down yonder. Nope, that's not diveable. Does that... Yes, it is! I'm gonna say, does that bit look drillable? It sure does! Dang sharks. Who do you think you are? Jets for life. Anyway. I don't like quite how handily those guys are able to just evaporate my health. Huh. I would have said that little niche would be perfect for hiding a secret. Whole plating piece. Oh, but it restores all my health. That's incredibly, incredibly useful. Right, and that's just down there. Okay. Moving on. I'll bet you they made this like a super big room just so that you couldn't easily just guess your way through it. Alright, so where are you? Can't drill through the fish. Alright, so where to? Well... I'm gonna go get some more missiles from these fish. I shine the light on it. Yeah! It took me that long to do that. I'm quite happy with that. Oh, look at that! I can turn the torch on and completely ignore octopus. Alright, this room is terrifying, and this is why I've picked this one for horror games. Because, oh no. In all my trips, I never seen a wreck like this. I remember when I was 12, big hurricane came to the island. So I towed the town out to sea. Me and my daddy sailed out afterwards, trying to help. Wasn't nothing to be done, though. Mile of boat bits and masts and motors poking out of the ocean like graves. The bodies, endless. Mothers, kids, men who tried to save them. All that. And there still weren't as many ships as this. Sorry, Dolphin. Actually, I'm not. You probably deserved it. Huh. I thought that bit was like, you know, get to the ice world sort of thing. Can I? No. Next question. Honestly, I feel like that's going to be way more useful than not having it. Like, this is some of the stuff that always got to me about reading about the sea and studying the sea, is that... No, don't. Because, like, this is it, you know? It's dark, and light doesn't go down there very much. And what's down there? Monsters. Boy, you ever seen hatchet fish? Monsters! Abe, I'm picking up a massive piece of debris below us. Really? Audio log from Claire Redding. I keep wanting to read it as Claire Redfield. I'm pretty sure the devs knew what they were doing. You gotta be goddamn kidding me. What are the chances there's a sunken tanker between us and the signal? Try blasting below us. Depth charges aren't putting a dent in it. And they didn't want to try anything else. Now I have to drive around it. That's crazy talk. I told them I can make a bigger bomb out of damn near anything. Especially this floating junkyard around us. We just need a whole lot of scrap metal. Some form of gunpowder, or maybe fuel. Nice shell. You could pop this thing open like a beer. I know we could. But of course, overruled. Now we get to make the trip even longer. That's not a bad plan. Blasting our way in and out would be a hell of a lot faster than going around. Scanning. Abe, I've marked some potential materials you could use on your map. Thanks, Emma. Yeah, Emma's the boat. And something else gets me as well, talking about the ocean. Like, what's down there? Oh, yeah, monsters is down there. But then there's the idea that, like, stuff that goes into the ocean, that's pretty much it, right? If you throw a stone into the sea, you could very well be the last person to ever touch that stone until, like, the heat death of the universe. And... what? Oh, damn, that's spooky. I don't like it. But also, that's super cool. And to a child me, this was some of the coolest stuff in the universe. And it has continued to be into being an adult. God's got a sense of humor. Has to. Only way I can look at it. Giant broken propeller still spinning at the bottom of the ocean. All the things I've had to pilot through. Best I can see, the current is keeping the blades moving. Thought about timing our way through, but our ship is too big. Smaller boat might be able to make it. Not us. Claire and Stacia are working something up. Here's hoping it works. Oh no! I really don't like this kind of thing. Like, we're just gonna get thrown around until... We don't. Ah. So. That. Okay. The backdash thing isn't working quite right. Don't throw me back into that card. I don't want to go back into that card. I want my super boost so I can keep it going. Like when I did the backdash in the current there, it just stopped me dead rather than thrusting me backwards, which it should have done. Which says to me that somebody tried that during playtesting, and it broke. It broke something super hard. So the dev's like, no. In this current, no. There's a boss door there. Oh, I don't trust this at all. But let's go take a look at that there boss door. Rickstress, the Catholic Owl is trying to guilt trip me. I hope you know this. I keep getting emails and messages off the Owl going, I don't know if you know that there Rickstress, but she's counting on you. You want to make her proud, don't you? I'm like, yes, but also, you don't have to guilt trip me, Owl. I didn't. I'll do it. I'm streaming right now. Well, because empirical, not a Baptist owl, Catholic owl. Ooh. Compound A acquired. 3 pieces remain. Oh, I thought it was gonna be a boss. Well, that's even better. Because, Jaded Mew, this is a joke between Rickstress and I, where, when I visited, every time it was like, hey, we should probably go to bed, because we've got stuff to do tomorrow, the owl would be like, not without me, you know. And then we joked that we would have to leave space for the Catholic God and the owl. And then in our heads, the two, it's just the same thing. So now, now it's the Catholic owl. Right, I can go this way. Oh, is it this button? Yeah, it is. I mean, I'll tell you something else that is... I turned that off. Something else that is vaguely scary. You know that, the movement test area, that was kind of scary. Just the idea that you're in the water. It doesn't end. It never ends. You're just stuck in the water. Don't like that. Did I ever bring up that one hydrophobia bug that I found on stream? Because, as in, I found it. I wasn't streaming at the time. I would have clipped it, and it would be my best one ever. But, like... Oh, God! Torpedoes! So, there's the video game Hydrophobia. It's fine. Whatever. And, its big thing is that it's got really, really impressive water mechanics, right? That you can flood tunnels, you can fill up rooms and make stuff float. It's water. What are you? But it turns out that the way that the game is programmed, it's not a case of level pieces with water in it. It is water with level pieces in it. And I know this because at one point I walked through a door and the rest of the level failed to load. So my character stepped through the door into the bottom of the infinite ocean abyss, and like, I had to put the game down for a bit. That was terrifying. Because it's not like I could turn back around. The level wasn't there anymore. It's like... Imagine you stepped outside and just clipped through the floor. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself. Pretty sure vampire squid don't giggle. Never met one though. They could. Detonator acquired. 2 pieces remain. Pamela was a mistake. Of course, it's easy to see that now. After everything that's happened, being down here gives one plenty of time to think, especially when your main job is waiting for something interesting to swim by. I should have known Pamela and I would never work. When we visited the Great Barrier Reef together, from my pushing, I thought it was the most magnificent thing I'd ever seen. She kept wondering when she would have a chance to laze around on the beach. That should have been it, right then and there. But of course, we stayed together. I'll never forgive my life of spine for that decision. It was not a joyful marriage, but the only good thing to come of it was June. And to this day, I still don't know how someone like me was allowed to have a daughter so pleasant and thoughtful. And thank God she doesn't have her father's looks. Also, yeah, Jaded Mew, if you did that, then that would happen. See, my line of thinking was looking at that, and I'm thinking, like, Pamela Anderson? Is Baywatch happening right now? Baywatch had some absolute nonsense. Oh, that's how you do that. Cool. Alright, did I miss anything? looks to be no. But there's a gap in the map. You see it? Yeah, it appeared, and then it went again. Not a fan of these dropped frames, I gotta be honest with you. Like, everyone talks about Baywatch Nights was silly, and rightfully so, because it was. But, like, let's not pretend the main show didn't also have mermaids, and aliens, and literal Christmas elves. Like, yeah. That show was weird. And Shawn Michaels, and 3 Jimmy Harts. How do I get over there? Like, there's something over there. You can see it. Unless that... Oh, wait. That was dumb. That was dumb. Okay, so that's the down door that I didn't take, because that's... Come back with your pieces and do that there. Alright. Yeah, see, that's how you get over there. You literally come through on the other side. Yeah, man. There you go. I was gonna say, is there anything useful in these treasure chests? No, can't open them. Shame. Ah, oh, jeez, I hate these. Alright, that's a Mega Mouse Shark, I believe. Because, look at him. How does the bit rate like this? Look at that screen shake. Look at them pixels. Ooh. Alright, let's go this way. I've gone this way. Apparently, because my map's filled in. I missed the GoldenEye soundtrack. Possibly because it's really nostalgic, but like, also it's really good. Like, facility's great. I will stand behind Silo all day, every day. But like, facility's great. And it's got that little scuba sound. I mean, sonar sound. But yeah, what good soundtrack. I don't know why, but the fact that it makes a light switch sound, that's great. Empirical. Hey Cass, you've been muted this whole time. Ah, damn it! Well, Empirical, I put it up there so that when people tried this joke, I could go, haha, it's already there. You fool, you absolute rube. It's there. I knew it. Once again, we did not ship with the full equipment I asked for. I don't know who the requisitions manager is for this trip, but they should be fired. How am I supposed to examine any potential discoveries if I'm missing nearly half my equipment to do so? An organization this shoddily run does not deserve the talent that it has. My talents, especially. Yeah, this is fine. I can just slowly creep through. There you go, container. Increase the flash Gordon noise and put more science stuff around. That's what that container does. Like, you think I'm lying, Empirical. I'm not. I wrote it up there for just such an occasion. And hopefully the landlord doesn't notice. And if he does, I hope that he has as much of a sense of humor as I do. Because I think that's great. Alright, where are you hiding, Mr. Shark? You know, I gotta say, while I very much appreciate the deep sea diving, thing. This game is a lot less Lovecraftian than I had been led to believe. Like, we opened up with the fish becoming monsters, and now it's just like fish. Kaz, what adjective did you use for hatchet fish like 20 minutes ago? Yes, but submit. Well, there you go. It looks like somebody read my mind. Man, this game's not nearly weird enough. Alright, here's some weirdness. What I would like would be if this game had twin stick elements. Which is not to say that it doesn't or won't. I don't know. I didn't get there. But the fact that I can only shoot ahead is like... Oh, I don't know. Actually, and you know what? I appreciate very much that the save messages are presented by the ship. Like, it's that word that I always forget, but it's like when the music is actually in the real world and people can hear it. Diegetic is exactly the word I was thinking of. Thank you very much. Like you won from Chrono Trigger, where the guy's like, haha, no, we're going to play my theme tune now. And it does. I am pretty sure that I do not mean the word Dianetic. Isn't that... That is, the Scientologies, which I knew. Come on, come on. Come on, ship. I miss Neopets. I hope my cow is okay. I'm pretty sure Neopets cannot actually die. But, like, if I log in, then my cow and my bat are gonna be like, oh my god, it's been 25 years. It probably actually has. And, like, oh, I don't... Hey, Celeste. Hey, Spadge. How y'all doing? Bye. See, because that's the thing. I had a lot of fun with... Yes, Spadge. I took it off for the game Worms. Although, when I got to it, it was at the point when every name in the world had been taken. So they had like some sequence of letters and numbers after them, probably Y2K, as was the style at the time. And, yes. Here goes nothing. See, look at that. It was that easy. Everyone should have listened to Claire Redfield. That's a really good crossfade as well. I like that. Alright, go up. The heck? Right, what I'm gonna do... Oh, thank goodness for you. Right, what I'm gonna do... Briefly stock up at the clownfish. And then go save. I'm pretty sure the Neopets email is the same email that I just have always used since I created it. Potentially for Neopets. But like, it was alright, but the main thing that put me off of it was you had to spend money, pretty much. And, like, yeah, sure, you can go and get the free omelets all day, but like it doesn't last. Come back tomorrow, get some more. If you really want to feed your Neopets, you gotta buy the gourmet expensive stuff with cash. Thanks, Siren. Siren. Tree, and anyone could come and collect them, except you couldn't, because anytime you went there, this item's already been claimed. Try again. Just all the time. And I'm wondering how much of that was, like, the game's got an insane player base, but also, you know, people are just using bots and scrapers. Wait. Can I do the Super Metroid thing? I do not appear to be able to do the Super Metroid thing. That's how to beat, secret way to beat the boss of Lower Meridian, by the way. If you have the grappling hook, what you can do is bust open the lights on the side of the wall and just latch onto one of the broken ports when the thing's grabbing hold of you. And it will electrocute you and it just dies in one hit. Absolutely fine. We've got about half an hour left, so you know, we're doing well. Have a good afternoon, good evening. Tell you what else I used. Tell you what else I used the library for was cats. Getting all the bonus content for cats. Gonna give you a cat plate of leftovers? Hell yeah! Download this non-spurious DLL file. Drop it into cats, and you can have it. Oh, I am hemorrhaging oxygen. Look at that. That's a really good, like, you are close to death sort of thing. Alright, we try this again. Does the fight just start? No. I mean, that's fine. It's not a requirement, not a necessity. This is going way better than the first time, as it is typically want to do when I vaguely know what I'm doing. See, this is the sort of thing I guess the guys meant when they said certain bosses are, did you get all the health checks? Like, a lot of the hits, particularly from this thing, are seemingly unavoidable. Like, I can't move that fast. And I feel it is unfair to expect me to be able to. Yeah, look at that cool dodge. I got it right. Also, by golly, what is this camera doing? You notice how it sometimes just, like, snaps too? Sonar acquired. Send a 360-degree pulse from your ship to guide yourself through dark areas. Oh, it's form of bat! Press control pad up to activate and deactivate. Can also illuminate drillable cracks in walls. And hull plating. Nearly missed that. Rixtress, this appears to be a you thing. Why am I responding on stream? There you go. What in God's name were those things? Abe, my signals are saying we appear to be right above the Baroness? Above Oh no. Dear God. It can't be. They had to have gotten out. Emma, run a search. Are any crew tags in the area? Running search. Negative. No crew detected. What's that? Audio log from Clay Douglas recovered. I don't know what happened. Matthias lost his goddamn mind. Drove his headfirst into a field of destroyed ships. It's like he didn't even realize it. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew. Claire and I made it to an escape pod. I think Stacia too. I don't know about the others. Can't find us a way back up. Someone finds this. If anyone is coming for us, there is a cave formation to the east through the giant ship. I'm gonna try my luck over there. Maybe one of the cabins can lead us back up. Or maybe I can jerry-rig something. Hopefully, luck's on our side. Emma, can you pick up any escape pod signals? Negative. Emma, even if they were destroyed, you should be able to scan for their signals. Every escape pod has a tracer. You need to... Running additional search. There is one close to us. Faint signal. 400 meters down. Emma. 410 meters down. Descending rapidly. It's going lower? Jesus, Clay, I'm coming for you. Receiving a message from GOAA. Headquarters. Abraham Douglas. If you can read this message, come back to base. Mean it. Signal fading. It's fine. We need to keep going. I saw that. Depth charges discovered. Powerful bombs that can only be dropped below your ship. They can be detonated remotely or on impact. Ah, oh, I did miss something! The Baroness is no more, just another pile of wreckage at the bottom of the sea. Matthias is most likely dead, and the crew seems to think he lost his mind towards the end. Abe can see why. Something else is going on down here. Something he doesn't understand yet, and doesn't want to. His immediate concern is the crew and Clay. Everyone else made it into escape pods and was scattered in the chaos. Emma can detect a few of them, but their signals are fading fast. Abe's eyes focus on his screen. All those little blips and all that vast darkness. We will bring them home. Don't mind me. Right. I wonder if the depth charges. Well, no. There's an upper door just to my right. So we'll see what that is. And then see what that is. Yeah, one of you. Come on, come on, come on, let me through. It's not gonna let me through. Yeah, so this is pretty much how Batform's sonar worked in Symphony of the Night. Of note, there is a... Right, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Of note, there is a spike maze that you have to get through. And, like, you can do it. It's just really hard to do it without the... Hey! I am very, very glad that that is the general response to my chat to us. Just gay. Positive. You'll never take me alive, fish! I've got scaling JPEGs on my side. Yeah! Look at that! Could I just not have done this before? Why didn't I do this before? It was the darkness. That was the worst part of the Iditarod. Nothing else came close. 25 miles between Cripple and Ruby, Alaska, there was a stretch of sledding so pitch black I felt I was mushing off the edge of the universe. The darkness felt like it had a will, pressing down on your sled, down on the dogs, trying to swallow you whole. At one point, the snow was coming so heavy I couldn't even see the stars to guide me. I stopped, fed the dogs, gave them what rest I could, hoping the wind would die down. And then Sheba, one of the girls from the middle of the pack, started to growl out of the darkness. I couldn't see a thing, but then she started snapping, and one by one the others joined in. I gripped my rifle as tight as I could, like it was the only thing protecting me from the universe blowing me out like a candle. The dogs tried to rip free of their harnesses, and I stood, arms shaking, waiting for something to make its move. Nothing came. I got back on the sled, pushed the dogs as hard as I could, tearing through the storm, driving them through the night until sunrise. I still blame myself for why Pepper died on the stretch. Never forgot the feeling of that night. And I felt it the entire time we've been down here. Oh no, that's why. Because I came in through a different door last time. I came in through here, where there appears to be no entrance into this part of the ship. It's a shame Crowley isn't here, because I feel like he, of all people, would appreciate the comment I'm about to make about this game. I really like that it looks like an Amiga game. Like, this big convoluted HUD up top, that's what Amiga games look like. All it needs is the name of the game somewhere, and maybe a picture of the main character. Just in case we forgot what game we were playing, or what our dude looked like. Yeah? Yeah. Do you remember receiving a message from GOAA base? No. I wasn't getting much of anything down there. From my notes, it says that they contacted you to return to base. You ignored them. I don't remember that at all. Are you sure you just didn't want to leave the crew down there? That maybe... I wouldn't leave the crew. Under any circumstances. But I would have told them that. That's admirable. They are my responsibility. So at this point, you found the vessel wrecked, some of the crew presumed dead, and you set a course from the emergency signals that Emma was picking up. Oh, dang it! Yes. Sorry, I missed the last part of that line. Can I ask you something? That's the whole point of this, right? I suppose so. You call your computer Emma. Your wife's name. I assume that's not a coincidence? Abe? No, it's... I named it after her. Interesting. Is there a problem with that? Just interesting. Men name boats after their wives all the time. Sometimes not even that much. I know plenty named after Vegas showgirls. But your wife is dead, Abe. That doesn't sound strange to you? No. No! Is it? No! What does this have to do with the expedition? I'm just seeing where your head is at. My job is to determine your emotional state during this, to try and clear you. Determine if there is anything odd. People keep vases filled with burned up bones of their loved ones in the dining room. That's strange to me. Aiming the computer, not so much. Besides, I did it years ago. Sorry if I'm in your file it says that you had therapy after everything. How did that work out? Better than this conversation. I'm not trying to push you, Abe. Then stop pushing me. That has nothing to do with now. With this week. With the crew. Or with my son. That's fair. Fine, I'll stop pressing the issue. So, the ship was destroyed. The crew scuttled. Where did you wind up next? If this game goes the way that I'm kind of hoping that it will, and it leans into some of the psychological stuff and the Lovecraftian stuff, some of those text boxes are just going to start being wrong. Or they're just going to flash up the wrong word here and there. You still getting a signal, Emma? Affirmative. This is going to be a tight space to navigate. Immediately leaves. Because there's a few other bits up here that I saw that I can go explore. I want to fill out my map. Look, there's 3 squares up there. I'm gonna go fill in those squares. I don't think there's gonna be anything over here. Oh, game, you jerk! How do I get up there? I'm like, yeah, sure, there's nothing up here. It seems there's a door there. Is that the door that I took? I think that's the door that I took. Yeah, I just wanted to fill out the map. Which I believe... Yeah, so top left, there is a gap, but I think that's one of the, like, the yellow eye doors that I can't get through right now. Come back with whatever that is, and get through whatever that is. I'm a simple person. I see a 1 tile in a Metroidvania. I try to get out of the map. Never works. Except for when it does. It happened in Stray. I jumped into a pile of tires. Right, I'm going to go and find a save point, and we're going to come back next time and continue this. Why are you light up? I don't know. I knew you would. This is a really, really good piece of music. Like, some of the music has been kind of, I get it. It's underwater music. This, I like. This is exactly what you would expect for being... Heck are you! Exactly what you would expect for being so far down in the ocean. Oh no! Is there a thing over there? I don't know, but I guess I'm stuck here now. I am doing my best. Genuinely, I am doing my best not to just go, hey, it's Super Metroid. You cannot just drop Spore Spawn on me and expect me not to go, hey, it's Spore Spawn from Super Metroid. And apparently the nerdiest voice I'm going to use all evening. Anyways, yeah, this music's really good. I like that it's just not a great deal of melody to it. It's just pads and synths. Love it. My mother always thought I was a fool for choosing to work as a battlefield medic, and maybe she was right. There's no healing on the battlefield. You spend all of your time minimizing damage, making sure a soldier doesn't bleed out from their shrapnel wounds, extracting a bullet before it can nick another vein, doing your best to hold back a tide of death, trying to sweep everyone away. But it had uses that being a regular doctor never would have. My leg is broken at the ankle. Twisted it up like a fool would running for the escape pod. I've done what I can in here and created a makeshift splint, but the pain is excruciating and my foot is turning purple. Don't know what happened to the others, but I need to get out of here before the swelling gets out of hand and I can't use it at all. Welcome back, Rickstress. I hope everything is okay. This game and its tech problems, don't worry. Nothing's going quite how we want it to today. Hello, Ray. Please leave me alone. And catch me if you can! Yeah, that Ray doesn't know what's up. I know what's up. Oh, that is also a nice, neat little touch. Look at that. So you see the sonar indicator on the top of the HUD? It actually shows how far through the ping you are, and it pings every time you send out a new wave of sonar. That's really good. I'm going to turn that off, though, because that is clogging up the screen, and I can't see the enemies. Oh yeah, so those are the Guatemalan laser eels. Yeah, nobody tells you about those. Like, things that scientists don't want you to hear. And it's, because I made it up and it's nonsense. So, say she says this place is mainly shale. Or at least that's what she said before. Goddamn roof crap between us. Still, I'll count that in the pro pile. This place is brittle, breakable. I like that. Managed to smuggle a few bombs on this rig. Way I figure, I can blast a path through most of this. Can make a few more if I need them to. Just as long as I don't cause a cave-in on my head. We're getting the hell out of here. Screw the bloop, or whatever dumb name they're giving this thing. This time tomorrow, me and whoever's left need to drink Bloody Marys in the sunset. Alright then, let's get that game saved, and let's come back here the next time we come to play this game. I am having fun with this one. It's not remotely what I thought it was. And if the HUD at the top there is to be believed, I think I'm about a third of the way through. Maybe a little more. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, and we'll see what there is left to do. But for now, I'm going to go to bed. By which I mean, Azalee is going to go to bed, and I am going to play Overwatch. Hell yeah. Who have I got? Oh, do you know what? Scooby% is suffering through Crash Bash. Let's go lend some moral support to Scooby%. Not doing great in Crash Bash. Do come back tomorrow, everybody. We're going to start my next new game. It's going to be, well, you'll see what it is. And, yeah. Let's go. So until next time, goodbye.